Welcome to Speakernomics, the official podcast of the National Speakers Association. Created by speakers for speakers. It's your fast track to sharper skills, bigger impact, and a smarter speaking business. Subscribe and download using the link below. And step into the spotlight.
The speaking profession is wonderful. It gives us a chance to connect with people on a real basis and to solve problems and get things done. But the market is changing. Anyone that's been around for a little while this year knows, okay, we are in oh my goodness land because things are changing rapidly. Well, we wanted to get some perspective on that here at Speakernomics, and we've got one of the best out here helping us now, Betty Garrett, who is a CMP. She is a person that has been around speaking as a person running a bureau, and now, hey, she gives us some inside scoop into what's really happening with meeting professionals and others. And she is just a legend among those of us that have known her for years here at NSA. And today, we are lucky. You are lucky to be able to have this wonderful lady join us. Betty Garrett, thank you so much for being with us today.
Oh, Terry, thank you so much. I didn't get this white hair for no reason.
Yeah, you've been doing this a day or two, right?
Absolutely. And most of it's been dealing with speakers. Now, don't misunderstand what I'm saying, but I'm telling you, it has changed. The speaking industry has absolutely, from the time I started till day after yesterday, things are continually changing. But I will say this, one of the things I've noticed is that I want us to know that the lay of the land, we're still healthy in the meetings and events industry, but there is more selection. They're more selective now than they've ever been before because budgets matter. But I want you to know that the statistics that I'm just going to share briefly with you is that to prove to you that yes, things have changed from COVID to after COVID and pre-COVID. Our business was worth $1 trillion business.
Woo, that's a lot of money.
I know. It's more.
We call that serious money back home in the country.
Zeros, that is.
Yeah, I can't count that high.
I ain't either. And we had 57,000 speakers. Plus, we were doing 1.8 million meetings a year. Now that's prior to COVID, but let's move over to this side where now we have 25 million meetings taking place a day.
A day?
A day.
Mercy.
And now they're from small, medium, large, team building, retreats, that sort of thing. But I want you to know we're healthy in that area. However, by 2032, the meetings and events industry is estimated, get ready, hold on, to $2.1 trillion business.
Sounds like about a doubling on there.
Honey, it's healthy.
Yeah.
And even though we have a lot of outside activities telling us differently, we think things are changing. But like I said earlier, they are more selective now. And the more we can give them, the speaker can give value, the more you will be bookable.
Okay, I want to jump in on that because you got some wealth and real good information you've been giving us. You're saying that they're looking for the ROI and then the ROE. Now, when I went to business school, they told us a return on investment, that ROI is a good thing. The ROE that you have, I really like that. Tell us about that and what specific steps speakers who are doing it right are implementing so that they can achieve what the meeting professionals are looking for.
They are looking for a return on experience, or you can call it return on engagement. What that means is to be relevant to the audience, Make them feel a part of your journey.
Mm.
Make them know, have them experience what you are saying. Have that information relative to what they do every day, and make your structure easy for them to remember when they go home. The more value, like relevance, ROI, customization is huge now for a specific industry, and you've got to have clarity. Clarity creates revenue, revenue increases your business.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want speakers to remember to continually add value. And I also want them, or here's what I heard yesterday when I had lunch with a meeting planner, is that your positioning needs to change to this. Don't just say, I have a lot of content, and don't just say, what do you want me to present? Partner with the meeting planner and show that you really know how to design your presentation so that you change human behavior as to what people do next, and that you have measurable results.
Betty, I like that. I've heard people say that with different words, but the same thing underlying what you're saying. They don't want just information, they want a transformation. They want to see real positive change. Is that what you're seeing in the marketplace today?
Absolutely. People want to be changed from point A to point B so that they can feel that they walk away knowing that they got something from this conference.
Yeah.
Or the meeting, or in the breakout. It doesn't matter where you are. You have to add value. You have to tell stories that are personable, that can involve your audience. And a lot of our speakers aren't doing this, but if you position yourself correctly, that is huge.
Yep.
Because when you do that, now you have the ear of the planner or your decision maker, because you want to align your results to what they are expecting goals from their event.
Yep. Matter of
And
fact,
the
Betty,
more,
one of the things that I really like that you've done is when you're speaking for NSA, when you do that, you've got some things called a hot tamale here that you have things that do. I love this. Matter of fact, I'm speaking to one of the speakers here. This is really good. What she's got, a list of options, a list of things that we as speakers can do that meeting professionals value, and that we say, oh, I could throw in one of these for you, and do that when it comes down to the negotiation, or just you want to give them a lot of extra good that's valuable. She's got those there. Betty, tell us about some of these. I know we got a whole bunch of them here, but tell us about some of those that you found to be particularly good that meeting professionals really enjoy.
well, they want you to promote their event.
Mm-hmm.
And that is something you can do on LinkedIn, social media, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that the more you can do, that shows partnership, that shows a relationship. It shows that you, the speaker, you're all in. And I want you to know that the meeting planners are willing to pay higher fees the more value you add to their event. One of
Everybody
the things,
wins.
and one of the things, yes, there's a lot of things on this sheet, but I also did a little bit of research after this sheet was done or completed, because if you can do some of these things on this sheet, it's not going to cost you anything.
Mm-hmm.
Put your shoes in the shoes of the meeting planner. For example, ask them, what are you being measured on for this event?
Oh, good question.
And then the planner knows, or your decision maker knows, this is different. Rather than saying, I've got a lot of content, what do you want me to deliver?
Mhm.
No. Find out what the meeting planner is being measured on for that event. And then I want you, as a speaker, kind of construct something, a report, and give it to her so that she can use that verbiage internally. And you also want to say something when you're out there speaking, tell them about how intentional the planner was in designing this event and give a little shout out to them so that the stakeholders also know. And you're making the planner look good. And did that cost you anything? No.
But it's real worth it, and it helps everyone on there. Well, give us a few of these ideas that are there. These are just golden, of little tips that we could give as a speaker that cost us very little or nothing, and that is enormous value to the meeting professionals.
One of the things that you can do is when you're on site, become, I know, Terry, don't jump on this just yet, but become the AI partner. Now, AI is the audience intelligence partner, and what that means, why not interview a couple of their attendees? Or you could have the meeting planner send out a 2 or 3 question survey, get it back, and let them know what the attendees are thinking. Nobody has done that. And does that have a lot of time? No, but they're willing to pay for the value you bring to the table. And the more of a partnership you can develop, honey, your referrals are going to go out the gazoo. And that's what you're
Yeah.
after. Remember, this is a relationship business.
Yes.
It's not just transactional. And as I was talking with the planner yesterday, she was saying, once you get on site, Peter's principle always happens.
Mhm.
And the event takes on its own personality. And you
Yeah.
can plan from A, point B, point C, but what happens if things start going too long, too short, or sideways, if the planner knows that you quietly go up to the planner and say, I know things are going a little different than what you planned. I can make changes in real time. Let
Mhm.
me.
Betty, that is golden.
I
Those
know,
words just make magic, and that we let them know we're a partner. We're there
that's
with
right.
them. We understand the yuck that they're going through. I'll use that word here. That way,
Yeah.
we understand the yuck they're going through, and we're there to help them as a partner and being there to serve, be with them.
And the more you can act like an insurance policy
Mm,
on site, because when you do that, they know that if things are going too long, too short, you you are their backup. You're their
yeah,
insurance, and they know they can depend on you to still deliver the results, the return on investment, and be the partner and, do whatever needs to be done in real time.
exactly. So that they have the other speaker that didn't show up, you've got some
Ah,
extra material that you could share with them. And you can
ah,
just fill in right there and help them out. Boy, they will love that. And that's really, for most of us, we have more than just a little bit to say. If we're speaking for 30 minutes or an hour, we probably got a lot more than that. So we can just say, it's ready for you, just in case there's an oh, whoops, stuff happens in life. And when some of that stuff that happens is not as good, we're right here to help you out.
and just remember, the planner has a lot on their plate. They don't have time to worry about everything because there might be a crisis happening right now. And the more you can be in their shoes rather than the speaker's shoes, the more of a partnership you will have. And they are going to remember this. And I'm telling you, they will help keep you busy.
I like it. Well, those are some things I think will be very good when we're right there at the meeting. Tell me a little bit about some of the things speakers can do to help them out before the meeting and
Oh,
after the meeting. I'm sure you've got some gems that have been done. This is not just theory, have been done that have helped out for the meeting professionals as well as the speakers. What would be some of those?
why don't you do a 30-second video that gets people excited about the conference and let me just divest or just a moment. To me, and it's maybe because I've been in the business too long, but I don't see any excitement
Mm,
in the speaking business. Now, I was standing next to Stanley Marcus one time, and he said, Betty, there is no excitement in the retail business anymore. And what did
mm.
he do? He brought in a high school band
High
to
school band.
create excitement. And I want us to get back as speakers to be excited, be passionate, and get people excited to come to your session. And I think if you do the 30-second video, that will be invaluable because now you're helping the planner
Yeah.
advertise the meeting. Then after the meeting is over with, do a 30-second video
Yep.
and remind everybody what you learned, what were your takeaways. Remember, the more value you can add, the more you will be embraced. And I can't say enough about adding value because that is what's going to get you inside the door, and return on investment will get you booked and rebooked over and over again.
Absolutely. I have to agree with you on that. I think that's a real good way to let the meeting planner know that you're right there with them, you're helping them out, giving value. Another thing I have found that works really well, I'd be interested in your comment on this, is to offer a webinar 4 to 6 weeks before the meeting date. And you're talking, giving really good information, content that they can use, and reminding people that if they sign up now, they get this and this benefit from the organization. And here's how they sign up for the event that's coming up 6 weeks or so from now. Those kind of things. Have you seen that kind of thing happening? I'm sure many with others. And what's been the effect of that for both the speaker and for the meeting professionals?
It's invaluable for both of you because, once again, that's helping the planner promote. Plus, that gives you the ability to have some people in your database now, maybe, and you don't want to overstep your boundaries. Make sure that the planner is okay with you adding some of these people to your database if that is what you want. But remember, be in their shoes and not so much as your shoes. Make sure you take care of the objectives for them and not your objectives.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, that's a good thing I see before the meeting. What about after the meeting? I know Lois Kramer says that. Lois, hello, if you're watching this, sending greetings to you. Lois Kramer talks about the aftermarket.
Right.
You did a
It's
great job.
aftercare.
And going
Right.
to the meeting professional saying, glad everyone loved it. You find out they said, yes, we loved it. Said, would it make sense to do an event, say 2 weeks from now or a month to wrap it up, put a nice bow on it and things like that? That seems good. What are your thoughts and comments on that idea?
Oh, that's invaluable because that shows the learning process continues after the applause.
Yeah.
And that just helps the planner, helps the stakeholders know that they hired the right speaker.
Yep.
And guess what? if you do this that well, what do you think they're going to do when they have another event?
Yes. And when they talk to other meeting professionals in or outside of their industry, when they're saying, we're looking for a good speaker, we know so and so, she was brilliant. This guy was wonderful. And they're going to do that. Well, we're running out of time, unfortunately, because, hey, Betty, we could go for another 14,
I
15
know.
hours on this thing, really. But with everything going on in the world today, one of the biggies, I don't, you might have heard of this somewhere, AI. And this time I'm talking about artificial intelligence. You might have
Yes,
heard
sir.
of that. Well, how is
Yes, a
that
little
making an
bit.
impact? Yeah, on speakers, on meeting planners. I know we could go on for hours on just that, but just real succinctly and quickly, how is that affecting us? And what do we as professional speakers need to do to adapt and adjust and improvise into that?
Why not use AI for creativity? There is no reason if you get stuck and you need some creativity, go to AI, chat, and or whomever is your go-to. Mine is chat. I mean,
Yep.
Gemini or Claude or all of
Mhm.
these. But look and find out some of the things that they might recommend and use that recommendation to flip what's up here and not take it. Don't think that they are correct because some of the material may not be, but go back to them and say, justify what you've told me and that sort of stuff, but use it as a tool.
Yes.
Why not? And it can help you deliver outcomes, which are so important. And Terry, AI is the number one topic right now,
Yep.
but not all of us have the breadth and the depth that you have in AI. We're into something else. And that other topic may be the workplace,
Hmm.
the and there's so many ways to use AI. I'm not saying it's gold or it's the last word of the Mohicans. I'm just saying that AI has a lot to offer, and I think we're missing the boat if we don't take advantage of it. But I also don't want us to forget, if you want to be a bureau partner, do we have time for that, Terry?
We got just about 30 seconds or so for that.
Well, so much for that. Just know that if you want to be a partner in the Bureau, make sure that you have updated materials. That the first two things they're going to look at is your message and your video, and they better be up to date, and you better have up to date materials. Remember, they are selling solutions, trust, and reduced risk, and
Yes.
not speakers.
Bingo. I think that is just golden. Well, Betty, you have helped us so much through the years in many ways. I know you've got a lot of material you can make available to folks, and you do that so generously. We appreciate it. And if someone says, hey, I got to get in touch with that wonderful Betty Garrett, help us. How do they get in touch with you? What's the best way to do that?
Well, there are several ways. You can go to my website, which is Betty Garrett, GARRETT.com. You
Two
can
R's, two
call,
T's.
yes, you can call me 972-513-0054, or my email is Betty, Betty, at bettygarrett.com. I am available. Call me, get in touch with me, and let's see how I can help you be a better speaker, a better partner, and how you can turn relationships into revenue and be the hot tamale of the speaker while you leave the competition in the dust.
Betty Garrett, you are a treasure to us that know you through the years. You are just wonderful. You've been giving, you've been helping, giving real knowledge in such a wonderful way. We appreciate that. You are a treasure for those of us at NSA, those that know you elsewhere. Thank you for what you do, the great ideas, and being such a wonderful person. We appreciate you being with us today here on Speakernomics.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure and an honor.
And for my fellow professional speakers who are watching this and communicators who solve problems, which is what we are, think about what Betty said. The world has changed. Yeah, we got it. But there's ways that you can be proactive, implementing some of the specific techniques that she talked about that are helping others. Did you notice every one of those things she said was not about speakers standing up going, "Hi, I'm wonderful, hire me." No, never said that. But instead, how can I be of service? How can I help? And here's some specific ways. Get that handout that she's got on the hot tamale thing. I mean, this is good to have when you're talking to them. You go through and they say, well, we can't afford that, or we can't do this, or we could do it maybe, but, and then you look at things like, oh, I could do one of these things. I could do that too. And that'll help them. Some of them cost you nothing. Some might cost you a few coins. Okay, it's worth it. And it's for you to decide as a speaker what to do and get in touch with this wonderful lady. She is a wealth of knowledge. Follow what she's doing and you're going to enjoy it. I'm Terry Brock, and on behalf of the team here at Speakernomics for the National Speakers Association, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Speakernomics. If you want more bookings, credibility, and connections, your NSA community is waiting for you. Join NSA today. Click the link below and follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and download this podcast wherever you listen.